Hi, seventh graders. It's Mrs. Chaparro, your one and only science teacher, coming at you with a late night recording, giving you some notes on temperature. So, if you are a B day student, you will be taking these on a Tuesday. If you're an A day student, you'll be writing these down on a Wednesday. So, at this point in time, guys, if you don't have a piece of paper or a notebook, which you all should have, to write these down in, hit pause and go get one. If you prefer to take your notes in Google Docs on a document, you may do so as well. Remember, any notes you keep, you can use them on any kind of quiz or tests. So without any further delay, let's pop right into our notes. So you can see on the screen that I have some things pre-recorded or pre-typed out. So I'm going to highlight things as we go. I need you to listen and pause as I talk to things so you can think about things as you write them. It'll help you in the long run learn these concepts better. Okay? So at the top of your notes, I need you to write the title. Your title today is What is Temperature? And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to try to highlight this. And I don't know, let's do orange. Orange. So our topic today is temperature. What is temperature? Well, okay. We all know it's getting cold outside, and the temperature was what, maybe 60 on Monday, and it was rainy, so we know the temperature was cooler than Sunday because I even had the air on Sunday. So we know that temperature affects our weather. We can think of temperature in a lot of different ways too. If you guys are experts in the kitchen, if you like to cook, you know that you need heat, which is an increased temperature to cook your food. You don't want to eat raw meat because it can harm you. So we want to make sure when we cook, especially meat products, the temperature is high enough so it has killed all the bacteria or little things that are living in the meat that we don't want to eat. So temperature applies to us in many different situations. So there are really two things you got to understand before you can understand temperature. Number one is what is an atom? I hope you've talked about atoms before, but if you have not, go ahead and write the word atoms down. It's atoms, like the science atoms, not your friend atom. An atom is the smallest particle in the universe which makes up all matter. Now you may be going, hey, Mr. Chaparro, what's matter? Well, let me remind you what matter is. Matter is anything that has mass or takes up space. So you are matter, your pet dog is matter, your pet cat is matter, the pillow under your head if you're sleeping right now is matter. Everything's matter. Anything you put in your mouth to eat, it's all matter. Okay, so an atom is the smallest particle in the universe, which makes up all the matter. So let me give you an example. You can find atoms on the periodic table of elements. So I'm going to drop in this atom of hydrogen, for example, maybe. I think I can. Maybe. I'm just going to drag this over here. This is hydrogen. You can write this down for an example. Just draw a circle, shaded in gray, and write the word hydrogen by it. It's an example of an atom of hydrogen. This will make a little bit more sense in a second. Okay, so an atom is the smallest particle in the universe, which makes up all matter. Okay, next thing we kind of have to know before we know temperature is the word molecule. So I'm going to highlight it in a yellow for you, and I'm going to underline the definition. Okay, so a molecule is two or more atoms joined to form a new substance. So you may have heard of molecules before, but that is the scientific definition. So at this point, guys, why don't you go ahead and stop, take a break, pause, make sure you have everything written down, because the next thing I want to give you is an example of a molecule. So go ahead and hit pause and come back to me. Okay, so now that you've hit pause, let me give you an example of a molecule. So I'm going to just copy some things real quick and paste them. So we're going to call this hydrogen again. Since we have identified it as hydrogen, we know that, actually I'm just going to give it an abbreviation this time. I'm going to just make my little circle that's red to represent hydrogen, maybe. No, I can't do that. So this is hydrogen. We'll just go with it. We know red is hydrogen. And we are going to insert a white atom. And we're going to know this to be oxygen. Okay? And we need another hydrogen atom. Let's see here. Copy, paste. So on your paper, you should have 3 atoms drawn. Okay? And I would like to put a little symbol on each of these that represents what they are. Of course, I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. Look, H. Can we see that? Yeah, we can see that. So on your paper, draw the letter H inside your circle. And I don't know how big it's going to get. It's not cooperating. But we're going to put an H on this one, an H on the other red one. Let's see here, H. There it is. And I'm going to label the white one with an O because I want it to be oxygen. So here comes my O. O. Okay, so we have 2 H's and 1 O. Well, have you guys ever heard of water? Guess what? Water is H2O. It is a molecule. It means 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. So water is made up of molecules, billions and trillions of them. So when oxygen hooks up with 2 hydrogens, it becomes a molecule of water. Now, let me see something. Let me see if I can connect them. Maybe. So now I've kind of connected my atoms with this little arrow. Now it is an official molecule of water. Okay? So do your best to get this in your notes. If you're typing your notes out, just write the example H2O for water. Okay? If you want to make these shapes, you always can. You can do that in a Google Doc pretty easily if you know how to do it. Okay, so when we have molecules, now we can talk about temperature. So temperature, I'm going to highlight the word temperature in a beautiful yellow color so it sticks out. Temperature is the measure of heat or how fast molecules are moving. Okay? So when we boil water, for example, that means our molecules are moving super, super fast. And you know that boiling water is hot water and it will burn you, so don't touch it, okay? So I have this little image down here to represent fast moving molecules. So I'm going to pop in a little phrase down here, and you don't have to write anything down about this picture, but I just wanted you to see that the faster molecules move, the higher the temperature, okay? You don't have to draw a picture, but I would write this down. Actually, I want you to write this down. The faster molecules move, the higher the temperature, okay? So now you have the notes on temperature. As always, keep them. I will eventually at some point probably have you take a picture of these and practice sending them to me in Google Classroom so I can give you credit for doing them. It's only to benefit you though because it makes you learn better and you can use them on a test. So until next time guys, stay safe and don't touch your face. Bye-bye.